Aries, welcome to your weekly reading for October the 3rd to the 9th. Let's see what the energy is around the week ahead for Aries. Keeping in mind these are general readings and may not resonate for everyone. So make sure to check out your other placements to see what other messages you may have waiting for you. All right, let's get started. We're going to see what is the energy around Aries right now, sun, moon, and rising for the week ahead. Oh, we got the new life card flipping over and coming to the edge by the book. Clean it up. What else do we got here? Chaos and conflict. Very interesting. Okay, Aries. So looking at all of these cards together, this really makes me feel like you're taking some big steps this week to do something that may be unconventional, maybe a bit unique, but it's something that is really stirring things up in your life. You've got card 11, you've got card 33 here. You've got this new life card. So there may be this new opportunity that you're looking at this week that you might not completely know where it's leading to just yet, but it's definitely something that you have been thinking about. We see the Y card here on the bottom of the deck. So that really this is very interesting. You got card 11, 21, now we're seeing 31. I feel like you are moving through cycles. Aries, you're definitely making some moves here. You're moving through some cycles that are really changing things for you. They're changing things in your immediate environment and in your day-to-day patterns. It's changing even maybe where you see yourself moving towards. You might have changed the goalpost slightly here, Aries, where you're starting to question things in a way that it's creating a lot of change for you, and it's moving you on a path that might be a little bit sort of unconventional, a unique path, something that has been designed just for you here. And it's interesting. It's like you're ready to close the door on certain experiences and to start these new ones. It's very, very interesting first few cards here for you. Let's leave these here and we'll jump into the tarot cards to see if we can get some more info for you. Interesting beginning to your reading, though. I wonder what kind of choices you're looking at here. What are you looking at changing? It sort of feels, isn't that interesting? Let's just have a look here. Wow. This is interesting, just sort of falling out of the deck, as I was shuffling, but really interesting glance here. First glance is very interesting. There is a lot of things going on here beneath the surface. You might be making changes today that you may or may not realize how impactful these changes will be in the future. I feel like this is a moment of really shifting. You're really shifting things around right now, Aries. Okay, let's see. For Aries. Ooh, that fell on the floor, but look at that. It's the Strength card. So yeah, you're in the middle of sort of overcoming obstacles right now. And there may be some obstacles around some relationships as well, not just in the physical world. Yeah, there could be some obstacles that you're overcoming here, that you almost need to get distance from some stuff that seems a little bit not as it appears. Oh, there's the Knight of Swords back again. So that's very interesting. There is a lot of things shifting here. Some of it may involve some relationships. For some of you, this is overcoming obstacles in the material world towards some new goal. But I feel like there is a resistance here to let go of something, even though it doesn't appear like it's completely honest or completely open. There may be some stuff hidden here that you're not aware of, some things beneath the surface, like we were just saying. Yeah. some intentions may not be as they appear when it comes to certain relationships. There's the moon again. A lot of those cards that fell out when I was holding the deck are appearing. So I feel like those cards are meant for you. We're seeing the moon here. You're definitely dealing with some shifting priorities when it comes to relationships. And you might not understand why. And we see why here on the bottom of the first oracle deck. So I feel like you might not understand why these things are shifting, but you're almost being asked to surrender to them and to sort of not fight this, not to even question it, but to just surrender to it. Yeah, and there's the Five of Cups back again from that original few cards that fell out of the deck. So there is something here you don't maybe want to let go of, Aries. You might be hanging on. There's the Tower telling you it's got to go. This is sort of a sudden moment of realization here. A truth is coming into clarity for you so that you don't have to ask why anymore. This is all leading to a brand new start for you. One that feels like it's going to be very prosperous with that Ten of Pentacles. And it's almost like you just need to prepare to watch your ships come in here. But it's interesting because there is an emotional attachment maybe to something or someone that could be holding you back. Yeah, you're at a bit of a crossroads here. We're seeing the Two of Wands now on the bottom of the deck. So it's like there is a choice to make, but you have to sort of make this choice. It feels like the choice of whether or not to surrender, because it feels like you have to make this choice in the absence of full information. You're going to have to use your intuitive senses here to see who's your friend and who's your foe. You know, seeing the Seven of Wands here with the Five of Cups, Seven of Swords, you got the Six of Swords. There's something you need to get distance from that you're hanging on to. And it may take you on a very unique journey where you get the chance to sort of clean something up, to understand it for what it is. You know, sometimes when you remove that layer of dust, you can see clearly what was collecting dust underneath, you know, and it almost feels like you're at a crossroads here of like, will you be able to sort of surrender to this, or are you going to hang on to it to try to figure out why? And it almost feels like the exercise of figuring out why isn't, it almost feels like that's not the point, that the point is to trust whatever's happening around you, even if it's not entirely clear why it's happening, but to surrender to it and to be empowered in that surrender, trusting that you can overcome any obstacles. But for some of you, this definitely involves a relationship. This is a relationship that you want to hang on to, but there may be something that's not as it appears, and you're sort of being guided to let this transform. But seeing some of these cards in reverse makes me feel like you might be hanging on where you need to let go. You know, you might be hanging on where you need to surrender. And this is shifting you into something new. A brand new opportunity could emerge from this. Let's have a clarifying look at some of these cards. Yeah, there's the Seven of Swords back again. You've got it here and here now, two decks. So there is some obstacle that is just not as it appears. And you're really being diligent and trying to figure out why this is all happening, when really I feel like the guidance here is to trust your gut and let this go. And there's the Death card falling on the floor in reverse. Again, really allowing things to suddenly transform here without question, without questioning, and without resignation either, without feeling like you're giving up, but also this idea of just surrendering. That's very prominent here. We've got the Hanged Man coming out and the Eight of Pentacles. So that's very interesting here, Aries. You're really being guided here to let something happen and to not overthink it, and to not think that you need to do something. Like seeing the Eight of Pentacles with the Eight of Swords here, that makes me feel like there's nothing you can do about this. This is out of your control, and you might even be overthinking things to understand why. But that, even that is being followed up here by the card Take a Nap, which says to me, this is out of your control. This is a change that is coming to clear things for you. You've got this Knight of Swords, you got the Tower card. This isn't a moment for you to sort of stop and figure out why things are happening, because I think that that's putting you in a loop where you're overthinking things and feeling like that. That when we overthink, sometimes we feel like we have to be busy all the time because we can't get out of our heads. So we start to just be really busy and focus on doing too many things almost as a distraction. This is almost a time where you need to just relax into this and let things unfold, because there feels like a big moment of awakening here. Yeah, you got the Nine of Wands, so you're surrounding yourself, you're almost creating a trap for yourself by overthinking this. Okay, so overthinking is you gotta try to sort of get a handle on that this week. When you catch yourself overthinking or overthinking and overdoing, stop for some stillness. Allow this process to happen sort of outside of you, because it is outside of you. This is outside of your control. Seeing the Judgment card here, that really makes me think that this is going to lead, like I said, to sort of the beginning of a new opportunity, but also the understanding that you seek. It's coming, but it's almost coming as things unfold. You're not going to be able to sort of to understand this before it's time for you to understand it. Lots of wands, lots of swords. This is really playing on your mind and your will right now. There's the World card falling to the floor, really bringing in that holistic view of you, really showing you who you are and where you belong and where you don't belong. It's almost like you're being moved in a direction because where you're walking now isn't where you need to be going. You need to be headed towards this 10 of Cups. And this is landing to clarify the Tower. So that really makes me feel like brighter days are on their way, and that anything that felt like an obstacle, you need to just surrender to it, because it's actually redirecting you somewhere else. You're definitely being redirected this week. For some of you, this involves relationships. For some of you, this involves really the whole life picture. It's not just relationships, it's not just work, it's the whole picture is changing around you right now. And we see the Page of Wands sort of bringing in this new chapter for you right on the heels of that Seven of Wands, where you're sort of trying to figure out where you belong, where you don't belong. Why are you feeling defensive? Why are you feeling like where you're at right now isn't for you? It's likely because it's not for you. You're being guided to put that mind of yours to rest and to sort of recover from anything that needs to go. And it's interesting to recover from it, to clean it up, to come to the edge of it, to experience sort of the last bit of change involved in this situation. And I think your biggest task is actually to just surrender to this and to allow these shifts to happen. That is your sort of homework for the week, is to just let things shift and to trust that they're shifting in a direction that is for you, and that it's bringing in a new opportunity for you, and that resisting and trying to overwork or overthink this situation isn't going to solve anything. It's just going to exhaust you. It's just going to leave you feeling exhausted and sort of give you this perception that you need others to agree with you in order for you to feel like you're on the right track. Seeking external validation this week is also not going to serve you. This is sort of a week for you to just put your mind at rest and trust that you're moving towards a new opportunity this week. Surrender procrastination. Isn't that interesting? It's time. Now is the time to jump on a goal instead of putting it off. Taking action will attract success. So perhaps taking inspired action here in that Two of Wands is going to lead to some success here, but we need to put that mind. Isn't that interesting? Bottom of the deck, surrender to effortlessness. So you're getting two messages here that are really interesting, sort of to surrender procrastination, but also to stop trying to push so hard in a certain direction. So it's almost like you're being guided in one way and not the other. So to sort of surrender to the idea that you have to be busy, 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 and to take that and to think, no, I need to hone my attention. I need to focus my attention, to stop procrastinating on some things and to surrender to effortlessness on other things here. So it says stop pushing so hard. The art of living means going with the flow instead of trying to force the river. So there are things here, Aries, for you to act on and things for you to surrender. And the wisdom will come by knowing which is which. Do you know what I mean? You're by sort of focusing your mind on being still. I feel like you're going to figure out which tasks need you to act and which tasks need you to surrender, and knowing the difference between the two. It's a very interesting reading for you this week, Aries. I'm going to leave it at that. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope this has been helpful. If it's resonated with you, please consider subscribing, liking, sharing, commenting. If you would like a personal reading, you can find that information in the description below. All right, my friends, take care. Have a great week, and we'll see you soon. Sending you so much love and light.